Bonjour tout monde, and welcome to Musings of the Fox, and welcome back to me. So, I took a month off. I know you guys saw the Madonna in vlog, but that was actually edited by Cora for me because I couldn't do anything. I haven't said it on camera yet. One intro to a video. So for those of you who don't know, who don't follow me on Instagram, you really should because I pour my guts out over there. Our kitty suddenly passed away 4 weeks ago. And it's really cratered my life. I'm sorry guys. See, this is why I recorded this once the makeup was on and not before that. But, oof. So yeah, he died the 5th of April, 9 days before my 10-year anniversary with Joel and 19 days before my birthday. So as you can imagine, my 29th birthday was far from the happiest of birthdays, but I'm usually someone who loves their birthday. Oof, goodness. But I'm usually someone who loves their birthday. So my husband and Cora and her husband Mike refused to let me stay home and wallow, which is what I've been doing pretty much every single day. And they really wanted me to have a beautiful birthday. So I did a tradition. I got myself an epic dress from Pinup Girl Clothing. I got these incredible heels from Macy's. Oh my gosh, they're just so good. And they are the most comfortable heels I have ever had. They have a thick heel and they're like a platformy heel. Oh my gosh, and they come in 11 wide. So, got all that together, and then what was left was I needed a glam face. And even though I'm having a hard time taking photos of myself because I don't think I look that happy in photos, you guys have responded amazingly to the makeup on Instagram. So I figured I would give you guys a tutorial of me in a very now runny, crying. Hold on 1 second please. That's actually pretty cry proof. So I figured I'd give you guys my glam modern 1940s birthday look. So if you guys are interested to see how I put this look together, just stay tuned. And yes, I am back, and yes, I am horribly grieving, but you guys are my extended family and I need you, so I am here. And yeah, forgive me that this is a voiceover video. It's still really hard for me to have my usual peppy personality, and so I didn't want to give you guys a like grievy sad video. But so I put on some Fleetwood Mac Rumors and I got this done, and so I hope you guys love it.
Since I'm using a heavy duty foundation, I want to show you guys the prep I'm using. I'm trying out the FARMACY Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer. It smells very strongly like plants, but it's actually pretty great. I'm really digging it. For a bit of added moisturizer and to give my Glam Glow Starter a break, I switched to an old favorite, which is MAC's Strobe Cream. I love the smell of this. I always have. I really should get a full size. I'm using Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And did you guys realize how little you actually need? The trick is to let this stuff get sticky, and so I'm going to move to brows while it stickifies. I've never really shown you guys my brow routine because until recently I had horrible Chewbacca brows, but I found a new eyebrow waxer person, and she's given me these magical brows. So now I kind of do my own take on concealer brows. I take a Fenty matchstick to kind of give myself an outline, and then I go in with an ANASTASIA DIPBROW and a fine angled brush. And then, of course, a bit of Benefit Gimme Brow to keep all my stragglers kind of in place. Time for eyes with the incredible, incomparable Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Starting with Tempera from brow to lash line. I'm taking Golden Ochre as my base crease shade because I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange, but I want to kind of give a fade out shade for Burnt Orange to work with, so it's not just from, you know, skin tone tempera into burnt orange. I want to give like a bit of a transition, so I lay down some Golden Ochre so that way burnt orange blends out a lot more beautifully. I'm going to give you guys the secret to beautifully blended eyeshadow. Two things: tools and time. Tools, I really recommend a duo fiber brush when doing crease work because the highest fibers pick up all of the product and then the shorter hairs do most of your blending work for you. This Real Techniques brush is a prime example of that, but also time. I feel like you guys get lied to so much in beauty tutorials because we're all trying to cut these down to, you know, a good consumable time for you, but what you're missing is that most of us spend a good 5 to 10 minutes blending each eye, applying a little more product and blending and blending. If we tried to show that to you guys, tutorials would take forever. For the outer corner, I'm taking a mix of Cypress Umber and Real Gar. Cypress Umber, Real Gar, Cypress Umber, sandwich combination. I always like to start at the lash line and then just kind of gently blend my product out until it's in the shape that I like the most. Since the main lid color is going to be a shimmery shade, I'm going to take a bit of antique bronze to give a bit of shimmer to the outer corner as well. And before I finally add in the lid color, I like to go back through and touch up all the stuff I've already done. And now it's time to plunge into the beautiful shade Primavera. It is just a gorgeous, almost champagne gold, but retains much more of its gold coloring. It is so smooth and silky and almost moist, but not quite. It's just a beautiful kind of gelée texture, and I just adore it. It kind of gives you that cut crease look without all the cut crease hassle. Tight lining, as always, with Urban Decay's Perversion pencil. It can't be beat. Time for my trusty Clinique Pretty Easy eyeliner pen. For this look, I want a more subtle flick than I usually do. It's also kind of in the vein of that puppy eyeliner look. It's not quite bringing the eye down, but it's not a big lifting flick. It's a lot more subtle than that. For those of you who suffer from eyeliner bleeding upwards, the trick that works for me is to use a small brush and a eyeliner pencil as a base, and then to put the liquid liner over top, and I don't have any inner quarter bleeds anymore. Top it off with a eyelash torture device and generous coats of their real mascara from Benefit. My handy dandy Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, as always. Really switched it up and I'm only using it on my forehead, my cheeks, and my nose. For my full coverage Glam foundation, I am using Kat Von D's Lock-It foundation and a duo fiber brush from MAC, where one side is synthetic and one side is animal hair, and now MAC has redone their brushes, so all of them are synthetic, which is actually pretty great. I use the synthetic side to kind of apply the foundation and then a mix of the tip of the brush to blend it using both fibers. Taking my favorite concealer at the moment, the Fenty Matchsticks. This one is in Bamboo, and look at that beautiful concealer face. We're gonna zoom in so you don't have to keep seeing that. Now for some light contouring with the Fenty Matchstick in Mocha. I don't know why people don't seem to like cream contour. This is the best contour of any medium I have ever tried, and I just really love it for its ease and for its blendability. It's just really a solid product. I'm sorry to show a product that is no longer available, but this Essay Edit bronzer, it's huge. It's half an ounce of product, and maybe that's why they discontinued it, because it was such a sweet deal. But I've had this for 2 years. It is my favorite bronzer. It was my wedding day bronzer, and I love it, and I'm so glad that I have so much of it to use. I really hope they come out with something as good, because the other Essay bronzers just don't do it for me. Another favorite here on Musings of a Fox is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow Palette. I honestly do not have a highlighter that I love more than the highlighter in this palette, though I'm not using it for this look, but I am using the gorgeous glowing peach blush. For my glow in this look, I'm using the Hyper Real Glow palette from MAC in Get It Glowing, and then I'm going to be using a mix of the colors Get It Glowing and Gold Coasting. I'm almost forgetting one last thing for the eyes, and that is Urban Decay's pencil in Hustle along the lower lash line and some Their Real mascara on the bottom lashes. Finally, time for lips. priming with a just good old chapstick, and then lip line with Urban Decay's lip liner in 69. 69 is a really beautiful match for the piece de resistance lipstick we're using today, which is my coveted Pat McGrath matte trans lipstick in Elson. Elson has stayed my favorite blue-red lipstick. And I know Pat McGrath lipsticks are definitely a splurgy price point, but I promise you, if you're going to splurge on any lipstick, make it a Pat McGrath one. In terms of quality and quantity, they really can't be beat. And they just really elevate doing your makeup. It just makes you feel good to use it.
Alrighty guys, so here is the finished look. Very full glam, just like a kind of a modern 40s. So it's not like a big flicky cat eye, it's just lots of pretty golds and a nice classic red lip and very bronzy glowy skin. And yeah, it made me feel fantastic, you know, matched with my pinup girl clothing dress. So it was just a very wonderful night that just is exactly what I needed. So thank you to my husband Cora and Mike for that beautiful night. And yeah, I have things cooking. I have ideas. It's just gonna be a transition. We're gonna have some hard times. I've been getting such wonderful feedback from you guys on Instagram, and you guys have been so patient with me, and I really appreciate it. And I have a beautiful tribute coming. So, see, this is why I talked at the end of the video and not barefaced at the beginning. But yeah, I have a really beautiful tribute coming. It's like a project that I hope kind of goes bigger, and yeah, you guys will have to wait for that one. So, okay, I'm back. I'm doing it. We're doing it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.